Hi, my name is Joseph Chung. I'm a marriage and family therapist and professional clinical counselor. I am going to make this video because I want to provide free and affordable mental health education and services to the community. I think that mental health is something that everyone should have access to, and whether they choose to use these knowledge and skills to their benefit or not is up to their choice. But I think that everyone should have access to these knowledge and information. So that's the purpose of this video and my channel. I really want to just educate the public on how to become a better you and to make progress every day towards your goals. So this first video is life domains. So I'm not sure if you know what a life domain is, but I think most people have these life domains in their life. So the first question is, what are life domains? So life domains are key areas that shape our well-being and personal growth. The domains are the different areas of life that contribute to overall well-being and personal fulfillment. They represent key aspects of a person's daily experiences, responsibilities, and aspirations. So life domains is areas that shape a person's well-being and growth. And there's a lot of different domains that people can focus on, but these are like big factors that makes a person whole. So for example, there are different life domains. So here are 9. So the first one is health and well-being. So physical, mental, and emotional health. Career and work, professional growth, job satisfaction, and financial stability. Number 3, relationships and social life, family, friends, romantic relationships, and social connections. Number 4, personal growth and learning, education, skills development, and self-improvement. Number 5, finances and wealth, money management, investments, and financial security. Number 6, leisure and recreation, hobbies, travel, and activities that bring joy. Number 7, spirituality and purpose, personal beliefs, values, and sense of meaning in life. Number 8, community and contribution. So giving back, volunteering, and social responsibility. Number 9, home and environment, living space, safety, and surroundings that support well-being. So here are 9 common life domains. I'm pretty sure there's more, but for the average person, I think these 9 life domains are a factor to their well-being. And so it's important to understand your own life domains and how it's affecting your well-being and what you want to improve on. What are the life domains that you're good at? What are the life domains that you can improve on? So it's really important to be analyzing your life periodically, as time goes on. You don't have to do it every day, but maybe like once a week, once a month, maybe even once every 6 months, twice a year, to just reevaluate your life and see which ones are good and which one needs to be improved on. So it's important because life domains matter because they represent the key areas of life that shape our overall well-being. When one domain is neglected, it can negatively impact other areas, leading to stress, dissatisfaction, or burnout. So on the other hand, maintaining balance across life domains leads to, so here are the benefits, the pros of having a balanced life domains. Number one, better mental health. So managing stress, emotions, and personal growth. Number two, stronger relationships, improving communication, support, and connection. Number three, career satisfaction, aligning work with personal values and goals. Number four, financial stability, reducing money-related stress and building security. Number five, physical well-being, prioritizing self-care, fitness, and nutrition. Number six, personal fulfillment, finding joy, meaning, and purpose in daily life. So by understanding and actively working on different life domains, you can create a more balanced, satisfying, and resilient lifestyle. So, there's a lot of benefits to having a pretty solid life domain or multiple solid life domains. And, there are a lot of benefits: better mental health, better relationships, more career satisfaction, financial stability, physical well-being, and personal fulfillment. I think all of these are pretty important to most people. And so, if you want to achieve these benefits, you have to have a balanced life domain across your life. And it's just as simple as that. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. I think nowadays everyone kind of complicates, what makes people feel happy or fulfilled. And of course it varies for each person. But, identifying these life domains is crucial because, you hear all these stories of either wealthy, successful people, they may not feel so happy and fulfilled in their life. And, why is that? Most likely it might be because one of these life domains might be lacking. And of course, every individual is different, and I'm not speaking on, anyone in particular, but just in general, if some of these life domains are out of balance or not, aligned with how they want to live their life, then they're going to feel like something is lacking. And you kind of hear this a lot with, people who are like depressed and they feel like there's some kind of void or something missing in their life. There's a lot of different things that may be missing, but I think a lot of it comes to having these life domains feel fulfilled and prosperous. I feel like these life domains are significantly not to where people would like, and so they have negative thoughts. They have all these either symptoms like depression or anxiety, and it just kind of affects the whole person. Like, the mind is very powerful. It's a very useful and crucial part of the human body. And so, it's very well developed, and it really knows, what feels fulfilling to them. And, I guess the journey of life is to find those fulfillments through these life domains. And, hopefully that person can achieve their goals and dreams and feel fulfilled. And yeah, every individual is different. So everyone's sense of fulfillment is going to look different. Like, that's all I'm really trying to say. Okay, so health and well-being. This is, I believe, the first one. So we're going to go over all of the life domains, and we'll just go through it briefly. This is just kind of like an introduction video, but I do want to go in depth with all of these life domains, and so you can really be the master of yourself. And that's my whole goal with this channel, is to have you become the master of yourself, and for you to be able to define yourself with how you want to be. That's as simple as that. You have control of your life. So health and well-being. The first one, health and well-being are essential for a balanced life. Regular exercise boosts mood and energy, while proper nutrition supports brain function and emotional stability. So getting good sleep helps manage stress and improves mental clarity, and practicing stress reduction techniques prevents burnout and builds resilience. Small, consistent steps in these areas lead to long-term well-being and a healthier, more fulfilling life. So, health and well-being can be both, physical and emotional and mental. So it's important to be able to, have some kind of routine to help regulate and have a healthy life physically and mentally. So it's really important to exercise, have a good diet, have a lot of sleep, to be able to manage your stress and to be able to take care of yourself. So some mental health, includes emotional resilience, coping strategies, and therapy. If you are interested in working on mental health and having, a pretty balanced mental health, it's really important to seek help from, hopefully either a close friend or a professional to be able to, help you process your thoughts and, come up with strategies on how to deal with negative emotions and to set goals. And so it's really hard to do it yourself. And, some of you are able to do it yourself, and, that's great. But a lot of people, they really have a hard time doing it, to feel motivated to, know what they want to work on or how to handle their mental stress. And, that's why it's important to seek help. And so why does it matter? It matters because good health allows you to function at your best in all other domains. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally, you're able to focus more on other areas of your life. You've put a lot of focus and investment in, spending money to live healthy, taking care of your diet, sleeping well, putting your health first. So you're able to really excel at the other areas of your life. And, again, it just depends on each individual, but health and well-being is a very, it's a very important domain to work on. And so if someone is not healthy or if someone is not happy, that's an issue. It doesn't really matter how much money they have or how much fame they have. If they're not happy with their life and who they are, then, that's probably a priority. And of course, everyone has their own philosophy on how to live. I'm not trying to tell people how to live, but, it just comes down to the basics. Like, when we're kids, we just wanted to feel happy, and it's just very natural. We want to feel safe, and we want to feel happy, we want to feel loved, and we want to feel valued. These are all very, very important things to a person growing up. And just throughout their experiences, maybe they had some rough experiences, and some of those changed. But at the very core of it, when we're all little infants, we just wanted to, feel happy and loved. And I'm not sure about feeling fulfilled, but that's more of a, older thing. But at least we wanted to feel happy. And so it's very, primitive. It's very, just like important. All right, career and work. So career and work play a huge role in overall well-being. Finding purpose in what you can do can boost motivation, confidence, and personal fulfillment. So a healthy work-life balance reduces stress and prevents burnout. So while continuous learning and skill development open up new opportunities, financial stability from a fulfilling career also supports other life areas, giving you the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Yeah, so I like that word, freedom to focus on what really matters. So it's important to have find a career that's satisfying to you, finding purpose where you're motivated and you're confident with your career and you feel fulfilled. And this is important, and like it says, it's to help prevent the amount of stress you have with your work, and to also prevent you from burning out. And a lot of people, they get burnt out from their jobs because they're stressed out, or they don't feel confident in their job, or they just don't feel fulfilled. And it's really important to check these boxes when finding a career. And I know a lot of people aren't in a situation where they can find a career that's checks all these boxes, motivating, confidence, fulfillment. But maybe later when they have more opportunities to, grow from their career, or possibly, be promoted to a new job or a new position, or maybe they just want to find a job that's more fitting, that a lot of opportunities come every day, and it's just important to be looking out for these opportunities. And so, a person wants to have this mindset of finding opportunities to grow, instead of having just this negative mindset. It's really important for that positive mindset. So it involves professional development, job satisfaction, work-life balance, and financial stability. Includes education, promotions, business goals, and career changes. So why does it matter? A fulfilling career provides purpose, security, and personal growth. So you can also grow through your career, and a lot of people do, which is why career is very important to a person. And it doesn't have to be a career that makes you money. Yes, money is nice, but what career, or what job, or what role in society do you want to have to find purpose, security, and personal growth? So just something to keep in mind. A lot of people don't have this opportunity, but like I said, maybe later down in life, more opportunities will come. Or maybe they can have two careers. Maybe one can be their main career, and the other on the side can be a part-time, career or project they can work on to find that fulfillment. So, it's very flexible. All of this is very flexible. You can fit it however it fits your life. And so that's the beauty of all this. It's everyone's experience is different. And it's great that it's different, because it just makes everything interesting and just unknown, and just makes life very interesting. And interesting is good. I would rather live in an interesting world than a very mundane and just repetitive world. And that's my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, but I think it's interesting that everyone's different. Relationships and social life. So relationships and social life are key to emotional well-being. Strong connections with family, friends, and partners provide support, reduce stress, and boost happiness. Healthy relationships are built on trust, communication, and mutual respect. Social interactions also give a sense of belonging and purpose. Prioritizing meaningful connections and setting boundaries when needed helps maintain balance and overall mental health. So, encompassing family, friendships, romantic relationships, and social interactions, focuses on communication, trust, and emotional support. And why does it matter? Well, healthy relationships improve happiness, resilience, and life satisfaction. So, this is also a very important domain for a lot of people. Relationships and social life are very important to, just feeling happy and connected with others and feeling valued and wanted. And it's all really important. And, there's theories about this. And I think one of the theories is that, humans as a species rely on acceptance in order to survive. And a long time ago, thousands of years ago, when, people were trying to survive, it was really important to be part of a group, like a tribe or a community, because if you're on your own, most likely something might happen. There might be an animal or another person might do something. So it's important to have people to back you up. And, this is why relationships and social life are very crucial to emotional well-being. And, it's just important to have support, reduce stress, be happier. And relationships are built on a lot of things, but, most relationships are built on trust, communication, and respect. And so it's really important to have good relationships, and I think most people, do understand this concept, so it's nothing, too original or mind-blowing, but, it's important to have good relationships, and a lot of relationships are difficult to navigate with, especially if there were, bad incidents or, just not having good relationships in their life. And I think it is important to be able to address this. And like I said earlier, it's really important to have a healthy support circle to talk to if you do have some relationship issues or concerns, and to be able to seek help, to have that confidence and courage within yourself to go out and seek help, whether it's from a friend or a therapist or whoever can help you. It's important to have healthy relationships, and it's important for yourself, for your happiness, for your satisfaction. It's a really important domain. And, there's a lot of help and resources out there. But unfortunately, it's not kind of, I would say, the norm to be able to seek help. And, it's, everyone has their own reasons, but maybe one of them is accessibility. And that's why I'm trying to make this content more accessible to people, because maybe, it's hard to access this information. But relationships and social life are very important, so I would recommend everyone to be working on that. Personal growth and learning. So personal growth and learning are essential for building confidence and achieving fulfillment. So continuously seeking self-improvement helps you develop new skills, enhance emotional intelligence, and build resilience, whether through therapy, reading, or taking new challenges. Personal growth fosters a sense of accomplishment and purpose. So embracing lifelong learning also keeps you adaptable, open-minded, and motivated to reach your full potential. So it includes self-improvement, education, skills, development, and personal goals, can involve reading, courses, new experiences, or therapy. So why does it matter? Well, continuous growth leads to fulfillment, confidence, and new opportunities. So personal growth and learning is not a high priority in many people's lives. I think, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, the other domains that we talked earlier are more of a priority than personal growth and learning, just because I think this concept is, kind of new to a lot of people. And it's essential for building confidence and feeling fulfilled with your life. And so, there's a lot of benefits to personal growth and learning. And that's the whole purpose of this channel, to try to encourage others to focus on their own growth and to be open-minded and learn to help reach your highest potential. And you can achieve that, through education, skills, goals. You can learn from videos, from your teachers, from your parents, from your friends, from courses, from therapy, or just experience. Growth is very different for everyone, but it's important to be focused on personal growth. And it's important to also be open-minded, to learn new things about yourself, to learn about others, and to learn just about life. So it's very important, personal growth and learning. Try to make it a priority in your life. Finances and wealth. So finances and wealth are crucial for reducing stress and creating stability in life. Managing your money wisely through budgeting, saving, and investing helps build security and provides the freedom to pursue your goals. Financial independence reduces anxiety and allows you to focus on personal growth, relationships, and well-being. Developing healthy financial habits also supports long-term success and peace of mind. So this covers budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, and financial independence. Includes short-term and long-term financial goals. And why does it matter? Well, financial security reduces stress and enables freedom of choice. So the more money you have, the more choice you have. Money is important. Everyone wants money, and that's a focus for a lot of people. Well, not everyone. A lot of people, they try to make money, or they worry about money because, you need money to survive. And if your survival is pretty well off, it's kind of related to money. And of course health matters, but with more money you can probably get better health care, better nutrition. It's all kind of related. So money is a very big stress factor for a lot of people. And a lot of people focus a lot on finances and wealth. And I'm not saying it's not important, because it actually is important. But at the same time, your mental health also matters. So I think there's a balance between work and making money and, either relaxing or self-care or, some of your own time. Because like the slide said earlier, if you're overworking yourself, if you're not feeling fulfilled, you might get burnt out, and you might want to stop and quit. And it's important to have that good balance of work and life. But once that balance is pretty good, of course you want to work on your finances and wealth. Of course you want to be wealthy and have opportunities and freedom to do what you want. But it takes work. It takes work to achieve that. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of dedication and motivation. And I think all of us has that inside. We just have to find it, find that motivator, to find that dedication and commitment to work on yourself, with your career, with your finances and wealth, to be able to use your money wisely, possibly invest in your money to make more money. So these are all important things to think about when working on finances and wealth. So leisure and recreation are also important for maintaining a balanced and fulfilling life. So taking time for hobbies, travel, or relaxation helps recharge your energy, reduce stress, and boost creativity. So engaging in activities you enjoy brings joy and purpose while providing a necessary break from daily responsibilities. So prioritizing leisure also enhances mental health, improves mood, and fosters a sense of well-being. So some examples are like hobbies, traveling, relaxing, and activities that bring you joy. So, it includes creative pursuits, sports, entertainment. Why does it matter? Well, recreation helps maintain balance and prevents burnout. So this is part of self-care, things that brings you joy and purpose, to take a break from daily responsibilities. This is crucial, to be able to take breaks from your responsibilities. It's important to not sit around and do nothing. You want to be doing things, fulfilling your responsibilities, working on your self-growth, working on your relationships, working on your careers and your finances. These are all important to be able to put effort and dedication into, but it's also important to take breaks from your responsibilities. Okay? Take breaks, find your hobbies, travel, relax, do activities and hobbies that bring you joy. Okay? These are very important. Very, very important. And without it, burnout is highly likely. So this is crucial to maintain balance, because, life is tough. Fulfilling all of these life domains every day or, a couple times a week, these are all very tough things to do. I never said it's easy. It's very tough. But, are you tough? That's a very, good question. And I'm not trying to, make people feel, question their own sense of toughness. But, to be working on all of these life domains takes a lot of it's hard. It's very challenging. I'm not gonna lie, it is very hard. But maybe you can do a little bit every day. Maybe you can focus on 1 or 2 a week. You can break it down into little chunks, and you can take breaks from those responsibilities to help balance all of that stress and that, that hard work you put into, and to just focus on yourself, feel relaxed, feel happy. And once you are feeling happy, you can go right back into that work. So, it's kind of like a cycle. It's leisure and recreation, very important too. All these life domains are very important. Spirituality and purpose. So spirituality and purpose provide a deeper sense of meaning and direction in life. So whether through religion, mindfulness, or personal beliefs, having a spiritual practice helps guide decisions, fosters inner peace, and strengthens resilience in tough times. Living with purpose gives motivation to pursue goals aligned with your values, creating a sense of fulfillment. Connecting with something greater than yourself can offer comfort, clarity, and a sense of belonging. So this can include religion, mindfulness, meditation, or a sense of meaning in life, aligns with personal values and long-term fulfillment. So why does it matter? A sense of purpose creates motivation, direction, and inner peace. So spirituality and purpose, maybe not one of the highest priorities in terms of the average person, but religion is actually quite a strong motivating, factor to do things, and it's good. It has its benefits. Whether it's through religion, mindfulness, or just your personal beliefs, these spiritual practices can help guide the person find peace within themselves and have resilience in tough times. So when someone lives with purpose, it gives them motivation to pursue their goals with their values and has a sense of fulfillment. So, there's something comforting about, having a greater being or something greater than yourself. And it just makes people feel belonged, like they have some purpose and values and beliefs to live for. And spirituality and purpose, it's a really important domain to have resilience and connection with the self and finding purpose in life and how they live. So more of an advanced life domain, I would say, but still very commonly practiced. Now, to be a master of spirituality and purpose, well, that takes a lot of work and dedication. There are people who devote their whole lives to mastering the spirituality and themselves, but I think most people aren't in that position. But still, a lot of people are religious, and so it's an important life domain. And I feel like everyone should strive to achieve a pretty insightful and pretty balanced spirituality and a sense of purpose. But, I understand that it's not everyone's priority to be achieving this. So, community and contribution. So, community and contribution play a significant role in creating a sense of belonging and purpose. So, being part of a community provides support, connection, and shared experiences. Contributing to causes or helping others fosters a sense of fulfillment and enhances mental well-being. Acts of kindness, volunteering, or being actively involved in social issues not only make a positive impact, but also strengthen personal values and create meaningful relationships. Giving back enriches both your life and the lives of others. So this involves social responsibility, volunteering, and making a positive impact. So it includes activism, mentoring, or supporting others. And why does it matter? Well, it gives back, and it creates connection, it shows gratitude to others, and it makes people have a sense of purpose. So community and contribution are important. This connection of being part of a community, it's important to, feel supported by others, connected, and to have new experiences. There's lots of ways people can be involved with their community. There's a lot of communities locally, there's a lot of communities online. So, a person can find their community and they don't need to leave their house. I feel like a lot of people think that in order to be involved, they have to, go out and physically be with people. But we live in a generation where everyone has their phones, everyone has most people have access to internet, so there's an online community too. Like I would say maybe even YouTube is somewhat of an online community. And so if people don't want to go out, they can always have their communities online. There's video calls with, if you would rather see a person's face, there's video communities, like video calls. I'm pretty sure people meet on video and just, talk about similar interests. Or you can just go out in person and go to an event, hang out with a group of friends, go to like church or join some kind of club. Just get involved with, people, and just to spend time with each other and just have a good time. So important. I would say not exactly on everyone's priority, but still pretty important to be mindful of. So home and environment. So home and environment are key to creating a sense of peace and stability in life. A clean, organized, and comfortable living space promotes relaxation and reduces stress. Surrounding yourself with a positive environment, both physically and emotionally, enhances mental clarity and well-being. Whether it's decorating your space with items that inspire you or cultivating a peaceful atmosphere, a supportive environment can help you feel grounded, focused, and balanced in your daily life. So encompassing living conditions, organization, and surroundings includes home atmosphere, decluttering, and feeling safe in your space. So why does it matter? Well, a stable and supportive environment enhances well-being and productivity. So it's really important to have a comfortable and organized and, hopefully clean and relaxing space to live, because, this will help make you more relaxed, less stressed out, and you're just more positive in your house or in your, living place, either shelter or apartment or wherever, your living situation. And just having this sense of relaxation in your house is important to both physical and your emotional well-being. And this can help you focus better, can help you, relax better. And so it's important to be mindful of how you decorate or position your house, because you kind of want to pick the right things that make you feel a certain way. So, maybe you get something that reminds you of calm, and you maybe put that in front of your, door. When you enter your house, maybe you'll have some calming object that can help calm you down. Or maybe colors. Maybe some people might like brighter colors in the kitchen because it makes them feel happier and more positive. And so it's kind of important to be mindful of all of these like decorations and organization and surroundings, and also decluttering, like just learning how to let go and either donate things or throw things away or store it. Decluttering helps have a peace of mind, and also feeling safe. So safety is always important. You always want to be safe. Put safety as your number one priority. And so feeling safe in your house is pretty important. So, summary. Life is a balance of different domains, and each one plays a role in our overall well-being. By understanding and improving these areas, we can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. So, some key takeaways. Small improvements in one domain can positively impact others. Balance is key. No single domain should dominate your life. Regular self-reflection helps maintain alignment with your goals and values. So just curious, after watching through this video and thinking about life domains, which life domain do you want to focus on? So if you want to share, you can comment below and start your journey towards a more balanced life. And I'll, do my best to reply to that comment, maybe help you out, give you some insights. But it really comes up to you. You have the ultimate decision of how you want to live your life. If you want to apply this knowledge to improve your life, that's something you can do. But if you think it's not really for you, well, and that's another thing you can do. You always have a choice on how you want to live your life. This is just information. It's different for everyone. And so, like I said, I hope it's helpful. I hope this helps some people gain some insight on how they can improve their life. And, that's really what I'm hoping for. I just hope that this reaches to people that can use this knowledge and apply it to their own life and make improvements and changes and set goals and be motivated to live the life that they want to live. And so I hope that does reach some people. And that's pretty much my focus for this channel, to help people with their lives, improve their lives, live the lives that they want. So, if you liked this video, you can always subscribe, maybe throw in a like, because from what I'm hearing, subscriptions and likes help, boost the viewership or exposure to just YouTube. And so I would appreciate it if you did help this channel grow, because like I said, I just want this information to be more accessible to the average person, and to just try to bring more good to the world, and just to help others improve their lives. So I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you found it helpful. And I hope you, stick around and maybe watch some of my other videos, because, I'll do my best to make videos and, share content and my knowledge with you guys. And so, I hope you have a good week. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.